prevent the possibility of being attacked in your home, leave your fobs at your front door.
That if somebody wants to steal their car, they should allow the person to steal. They can sack you for dragging with the person that came to. Some people are taking away your car. I was like, no, in Saskatoon. Hello guys, welcome to the channel. How are you guys doing today? If you are seeing this video for the first time, thanks for tuning in. I hope you find this video worth your while. I hope you enjoy watching. And if you're returning Team Spurs, thank you for tuning in. If you are seeing this face for the first time, please do well to hit the subscribe button and turn on notifications so you don't miss subsequent videos. So this morning, the main thing I want to do is to make some buns. I promised somebody I was going to make some buns for her that I'll give her today. But before I can make the buns, I need to clear this place. This is scattered. I know it's scattered. I actually had the mindset of making a video after I'm done with the buns. But I just thought, why not make your video while you are working, you know? So that you can kill two birds with one stone. So I'm going to be killing two birds with one stone this morning. Do my work while I gist with you guys. And what I want to gist with you, you must have seen it in the title of this video. It is talking about the security or the safety of people in Canada. So for videos like this, I might not be facing you throughout the video, but you will be hearing my voice. So one of the reasons, if you ask anybody that is relocating to Canada, one of the things they will tell you, well, depending on where they are relocating from, one of the things they will tell you is the reason they are relocating is because of security, because of safety, because of they want to feel secured and all that. But recent happenings have made me, you know, think about that safety and security thing. And I'm not so sure if actually, is it safe to be here? I'll just reveal some of the things, some of the stories I heard during the course of this week that made me come to the conclusion of, are we really safe in this? Stories that got me feeling like, no, you mean this happened in Canada? In fact, when we were talking about, somebody said, no, this sounded like something that would have happened in Ojuelegba, Ikorodu kind of thing. Apologies to those living in that area. So we were just gisting, and somebody told me how he went to buy some things in an African store, and because it just felt he's just speaking like one or two things, it's not going to stay long. He decided to not turn off the engine of his car. He didn't turn off the engine. But you know, those cars that use remote starters, so you can actually take the key out without turning off the engine. So he took the key out, locked the car was still running. And then he went into the African store to pick what he wanted to pick. But while he was there, somebody came in to tell him, who is the owner of a car that is outside? The person described the car, and the person said, some people are taking away your car. I was like, no, in Saskatoon. Said some people are taking away his car. And he left what he was doing to quickly go out. And actually, how they entered the car, even though it was locked, we don't know. They had entered the car, they had started, like, they were driving it off. And they started running after them. And somebody else from the African store entered his own car to, you know, help him to chase the people that, two guys, stole the car. I was like, no, do you mean that something that happened before you came to Canada? He said, Saskatoon. This happened in Saskatoon. But luckily for him, the car had a tracker. At some point, even though he was running after them, he lost track of them. I'm fond of focusing on you people when I'm supposed to be working. Let me be working. Even though he was running after them, he lost track of them. And then he had to call the police. And then they were able to find the car within 15 minutes. Okay, so that was a good one. But they told him that usually cars that are stolen around that place, most times they never get those cars back. That it was lucky that they were able to find this car. Or maybe because he was able to catch them early enough. Like, it was not like after it was done, it now came out. the car was gone. To an extent, he was still able to trace which way they went. He gave the police the plate number of the car and all that. So they were able to quickly find them. That the police told him that usually in that area, once a car is stolen, that they rarely find it back. That they will change the plate number or something and that car is gone. And I'm like, this is okay. I've heard stories of cars that were stolen in garages in Toronto. I think Wiz Queen made a video. If you know Wiz Queen, she's also a Nigerian living in Canada. She lives in Toronto, I think. And she made a video some time ago about a car being stolen from a garage. From a even that one, I think I say, okay, maybe because it's Ontario, Abby. I've even seen news, guys. Real news about Toronto and the residents talking about that if somebody wants to steal, like, it's not like content creators that made it was the news. Police were taking police people, like it was like an interview with the police.
For all vehicle owners, a message echoed by Toronto police speaking at an Etobicoke safety meeting last month. Constable Marco Ricciardi had a new message for vehicle owners who keep their fobs in Faraday pouches.
To prevent the possibility of being attacked in your home, leave your fobs at your front door, because they're breaking into your home to steal your car. They don't want anything else. A lot of them that they're arresting have guns on them, and they're not toy guns, they're real guns. They're loaded.
That if somebody wants to steal their car, they should allow the person to steal. They should not, apart from car, if somebody wants to steal things from them, they should allow the person that their lives is more important. That they should not. And even apart from that, I also know that somebody that worked in downtown Saskatoon, I've mentioned it while gisting, that she worked in a store in downtown. And some of the things that happens is somebody comes in. When the person comes in, you know for sure that this person is here to steal. Yeah, you work in the store, and so you know attitude, you know the behavior, like the patterns of people that have been there to steal, and you can't do anything. You cannot drag with them. If you drag with them, whoever comes to see, if you drag with them, and the management of your company, of the store, gets to know about it, they can sack you for dragging with the person that came to. They can sack you for dragging with the person that came to steal from your company. In Canada, like they will take the item off the rack. They are going out of the store without paying. And you cannot drag them. You cannot say that thing you didn't pay, come and drop it. You cannot say it. You cannot drag. You allow the person to go. As long as there are cameras that capture that the item was stolen, the store is covered. Or not that the store is covered, but you are covered that it is not you that stole it. So, yeah. Like somebody told me that's what happens in the store where she works in downtown. So that's why some of these businesses will have a very high insurance to pay, because these are some of the things they'll have to claim in their insurance. That's why they need to have cameras to show that the items were stolen. These are some of the things that'll come to play in determining how much they pay for insurance. So insurance will be expensive, which will mean that the items too, the insurance too will be, I'm like, what was all this? What was that? And that's where we have found ourselves. So that's the security we have run to. Even fraud. Like somebody was saying that they almost stole their money yesterday. And I think, when I think of some of the ways the fraud happen, sometimes I'm tempted to believe that some databases are compromised. What do I mean? So sometimes you hear things like some people, new people actually, people come in newly and they start getting text messages. Sometimes the timing of those things, the timing of when you actually have a package to pick up and when you get those text messages are too close. Like they are close. So it actually sounds or it looks like Some of these some people have access to information that you will wonder how they are getting it. Somebody went to register for something at this Service Canada, something that has to do with CRA. They went to, like, it was they actually went to the location to register, and in 2 days they got a text saying their application has been approved. They need to press one number. They need to provide some numbers. They need to provide SIN. And it looks like, oh, I just registered 2 days ago. So this could be from them. This could be from the, legitimate people. So sometimes some of these things, the timing and the coincidences makes me believe that sometimes it's like some of these fraudulent people have access to the information they're actually not supposed to have access to. I may be wrong, but that's my thoughts. Like, if I'm registering for something today, and in 2 days somebody is texting me about that thing I registered for, how did the person know? Where did the person get information from? I'm registering for a line or something, and somebody is calling me in 2 days to say, you have, they also do fraud around. You have bonuses, offers on your line, offers to help you pay less. Sometimes those are also fraudulent transactions that if care is not taken, and sometimes this happens around the time where you are also looking to, maybe you are talking to your communication telecoms provider to say, oh, I want a better deal or something. It's the coincidences of the timing of some of these messages. It's too close. It's too close, and sometimes it makes me feel like some of these people have access to information they're actually not supposed to have access to. Talk about jobs. So for that one, I know that it might be as a result of putting your information on different portals, especially when we just come in. We put you put your resume wherever, and your numbers are on those resumes, right? You put your resumes, you put sometimes your location and all that. And even that, where are they getting those information from? But for fraudulent activities that happen in Canada, like, they do it so well that it's either you cannot trace. It's either they are telling you to have interview on Telegram, where you cannot trace the person that is interviewing you, and they tell you to transfer money to somebody that they used to say it in the apps, in the banking apps, that once this transfer is successful, we cannot recall it. It's like you when they ask you, it will have been you. It will have been you by yourself that gave out the information that made them, eat you. And so in such cases, it is harder to recoup whatever you have lost. So at the end of the day, guys, be careful out there. Before now, I used to think that Saskatoon to a very large extent is safe to a large extent. I used to think that, but this car theft thing happened just about 3 weeks ago, according to the person. I think about 3 weeks ago now. 3 weeks ago, Saskatoon, hey, in front of African store. And now you want to be afraid to go to stores to buy. For example, this person, that even me, that it did not happen to me, I heard it. Now, when I want to go to a store, I'm trying to be careful, because how did they get into a car that is locked? Yeah, it is running, right? The engine is running, but it is locked. He locked the car, according to him. So how did they get into that car? Be careful out there, guys. Like, be careful. Your information, if it sounds fishy, if it doesn't sound right, please. So maybe I'll be making my bonds with you in another video, because this video is long enough at this point. If it sounds fishy, if the call sounds like he's not, if they start asking you for information that they shouldn't be asking you for, please stay off. Because don't they even say as much as just saying yes, your voice recognition is enough for them to do something to your accounts. Like, where are we going? Is it the money that is not there? The money that we are trying to find more? We are looking for money and somebody is trying to steal the money. Be careful out there, guys. Be careful. Like, with your information, with your properties. Before, I used to say I can leave my phone somewhere. And the funny thing is it funny? Or the sad thing? It's like some of our devices have, like, you cannot lose your wallet. Let me tell you guys, you cannot lose your wallet in Canada because your card, to an extent, I think at least to as much as $100 and something, you can tap. All you need to use a card is to tap. And if for some reason you didn't get to realize early enough that your card is missing or your wallet is missing, what you just be getting is debit alert, because all the person that has your card needs to spend it is to have the card. Just tap it on wherever, in any store, tap. Once you tap 100 and something, you can tap. My phone, all I need to do is double click, double press the side, and my card, whatever, my Apple Pay will come up, and I can just tap that Apple Pay. I don't know if we use it because it doesn't ask me to put my PIN or my facial recognition sometimes. I just double, or maybe it's smart and it catches my face before I place it. I don't know. But I know that for my phone, once I double click one side, the Apple Pay comes up and I use it to pay. Just tap. They don't ask for anything. So it is easy for money to disappear. It is easy for money to be taken off your account. It is easy for money to be stolen, especially if you don't realize it early enough. Like something is missing. If you don't realize early enough that your phone is missing, and the phone that you're supposed to even be using to get the alert is what is missing. So all that will just be happening is money is leaving your account. You have no idea. If your card is missing and you don't know that it's missing early enough, maybe by then you see on your phone money is going out of your account, and some of us have our phones on silent. Guys, be careful with your properties. Be careful with your details. Guard those things jealously, because one little mistake. And another thing that can happen if, for example, somebody gets your SIN by fraudulently, is they can do identity theft. They use your name, your details to get loan. May God have mercy on us. So guys, be careful with your details. Be careful with your properties. And may God, because we came here because one of the reasons actually is because we thought there's higher security, is more safe, is more secure. But right now we know that our security is God. May God keep protecting us, guys. Thanks for watching. Until we see in the next one, which may include you seeing me make my buns, because I ended up not making buns in this video. Well, I cleaned a part. I still find it hard to walk and talk at the same time. So, all right, guys. See you. Thanks for watching. Have a beautiful life. Bye.